Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to your next episode of Insecure. Let's talk about Lowkey Trying, Season 4, Episode 9. My name is Kim.
And my name is Cyn.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's get right into it. Hey, Cyn, how are you today?
I'm all right, Kim. How you doing?
All is well, all is well. Let's get started. Boy, what did you think about the opening?
I love the opening.
Oh, yeah.
The opening was fine with me.
I thought that was one of Issa's famous dreams because they were just, they was taking care of business all over.
It was like a marathon.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, as a matter of fact, you know what? It wasn't all over. It was just all over that same room in that same area.
But in different how do I put it? They worked that room. That's all I got to say.
That's a good way to put it, Cyn. That's a good way to put it.
And let me say, Lawrence, you were in good form. Good form, baby.
Yes. Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, the Issa was getting it in. So
I love that stamina.
Oh, God. I'm saying, it's like, don't give out now. Okay. So now go ahead with, let's see. What happened after they got to, well, they was, you know what I like? They was talking on the sofa and they were just so like in cue with each other, kind of like synchronous, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just having a good old time with each other.
And then she got a text message.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Right.
So Nathan kind of sort of, her ex text her and she felt like she needed to announce that to Lawrence, which I thought was a decent of her. What'd you think?
That was nice. I think that was a nice touch because of what happened in the past. She's being upfront and him letting them know about things.
Absolutely. And she even said when they were discussing it that she just wants to be truthful. She doesn't want anything to go wrong with whatever they have right now. And
right.
By the way, what is that? She said, you know, what is this? You know,
it's whatever you want it to be.
Yeah.
Basically.
So, you know, I can't stand when a person, especially a man, answers a question with a question. It's like,
but they do it all the time.
All the time. So, and I heard the song that they, you know how, you know, you were telling me that they come up with different music on this show, and that music has symbolism.
Yes. So they do it very well on this show.
Right. So I noticed that the song that was playing when they were on the sofa discussing this about whether he was okay with her going to help him, Nathan, that is, move. He was just like, you could tell there was some awkwardness there.
Yeah.
But she said, well, we're just friends, that's all. But the name of, well, I don't know if it was the name or not, but I heard the song, it said, stay in the world we created. You know, and I'm like, okay, that's apropos because they do have a really good looking world where they are right now.
Right.
And now getting in contact with Nathan might put them outside of it. You know? Yeah. So then after that, we go right into guess who? Your favorite girl, blaming somebody at her therapy lesson.
Yeah, she gets on my last nerves because basically she's perfect and everybody isn't.
Mhm. Mhm.
And she's not the one with the issue. It's everybody else.
Right. She can't even open herself up to it's a possibility it could be me.
Right,
You
exactly.
know? And her therapist was talking to her and basically like, saying, so you think this stress comes from, Issa?
Mhm.
And she was like, yes.
Mhm.
It's like, okay. And I like how the therapist got down with her. She said, after they got through talking, she said, okay, this is what, I've noticed this with you. It's a pattern, people that you want to blame, because they were less than right. And, you want to blame these people. So she was like, it comes down to, do you want to be right or do you want to be in relationship?
Right. Mhm.
You know, which one is it? And does the relationship still serve you?
Right.
Because people will make a call on whether they still even want to be in relationship with you, depending on whether the relationship is still serving you, whether you're getting anything out of it, whether it's a win-win. But Molly is one of those types that I don't think she's concerned about the win-win, just the win, just her side.
Yeah.
Right.
I think something happened in the dynamic of Issa and Molly's relationship where, Molly's that lawyer and Issa, she didn't have her stuff together in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically she pretty much confined with Molly on everything.
Mm-hmm.
And Molly felt that power of being able to influence her.
Mm-hmm.
But now what's going on is Issa is coming into her own and she's having some success. And I think my take on it is Molly doesn't like it.
Mm-hmm. Right. Either doesn't like it or doesn't know how to handle it.
So,
This new norm.
she wants that old Issa who, don't have herself together and
Mm-hmm.
she depends on, her and getting advice from her and this and that. But Issa has a new confidence about her.
Right.
And I think Molly just does not like that.
And there we go again. That goes right back what you're saying to what the therapist said. Does the relationship still serve you? So now that you can't get what you need from Issa anymore,
Mm-hmm.
Now you're having a problem. So it's not
Yeah.
serving her anymore because she's not that person she confides in all the time. She's got her own thing going now.
Right.
She's finding herself. And the other thing the therapist said was, all right, so let's just get past the small talk, but do you want to do the work in repairing this relationship?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Now she said that Issa was her best friend, but it's like, okay, well, do you want to do the work in repairing the relationship? It's
not.
And you know
I
what?
think it's just words on her part.
Well, she didn't say anything. She just was like,
But she said that she was her best friend. So she's not treating her like a best friend.
No, she's not. She's not.
Mm-mm.
Because all it was crickets after the therapist asked her that. And
yeah,
they went to the next scene. So the next scene, if I remember right, was Issa was I don't know, was she in the I think she was at home. I can't remember, but she was at home, and she called Kelly because she wanted somebody, to discuss this with. And Kelly's voicemail came on. This is Kelly Pretty, and she was speaking in English, and then Kelly, with her bad self, she had Spanish right after it. So yeah, Kelly wasn't available, so she didn't leave a message, and then she called her brother. I think her brother's name is Ahmad.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Give me a
She
break.
called him for advice. Now, let's talk about the advice that he provided.
Oh God. He couldn't be bothered with her call because he just agreed with what she was questioning him on. So he was kind of useless in that loop.
I'll tell you. You remember she said, so me and Lawrence are kind of back together. He was like, oh, really? Oh, does he know? And I'm like, what? You know? So at the end, she was like, okay, this conversation has been completely useless. Oh, well, you get what you pay for. I'm like, oh.
I don't know. He's weird.
That's the reason her brother and Kelly, they always go at each other, at the jugular. They go back and forth.
Exactly.
They kind of remind me of the dynamic between Fred Sanford on Sanford and Son and Aunt Esther.
Oh, damn.
So Issa decided she was going to throw out the olive branch. She really didn't get any good advice. And she decided to call Molly. And did you see how that turned out? Molly was tripping.
Yeah.
Thank God it was a dream.
I know. Oh, my God. That was almost like real life to me.
I know. She was dreaming. Because, that's what Molly said to her at the block party.
Yeah. But it's not necessarily true. It's something that I don't know, she invented in her brain that's how Issa is. And
said she was a user and a name. And I'm like, oh, my goodness.
So
it was bad. But I'm proud of Issa because she called Molly anyhow, and she threw out the olive branch.
Yeah.
And asked her, could she meet her for brunch? And the interesting part about that is Molly was in her vehicle when she answered the call. And she was like, hello, and didn't, wasn't really excited about hearing from Issa. And then Issa was asking her, she said, I really want to get together. I really want to revive this, so forth and so on. And can we get together for brunch? Well, Molly was grinning. And I'm like, see there? Because she told the therapist that that Issa was going to have to be the one to apologize. It was her. It was her.
Right.
And so she was smiling as if, okay, now she's getting ready to come and do what I need her to do, which is only right, which is to come and apologize to me. But as we saw, that's not how it went down. And
no,
I noticed that when she came out of the therapist's office, she had on one outfit, which was bumping, I must say. It was on point. And when she got to the diner, she had on shorts and some high-heeled boots. And I'm like, what?
She didn't look right, and I don't understand why she had to dress down.
Yeah.
To go see Issa. Like she was, in other words, I'm going from one world to the down world or whatever. Like, I'm upscale, but I'm not gonna be in that environment. I'm gonna be with Issa, and I gotta dress a certain way.
Right. Yeah, that was a take on it. I just, I didn't know if it was that or if it was, she just likes to change her outfits, or she wanted to look, she might have thought she was looking fly.
I didn't think it.
I
think she dressed herself down.
I think she thought she was looking fly because she had on some kind of jogging pants that was like designer jogging pants when she was at the therapist. So anyway, I don't know what she was thinking, but
I think she was dressing herself down accordingly.
Okay.
That's her mentality.
Okay.
I'm gonna get ready to meet her around the way. I'm gonna dress around the way.
With high heel boots on, those saying?
No.
Okay. So moving on.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. That's your opinion. That's what we're here for. If we was on the View, that's what they would be saying, right?
I like to give Molly a big slap.
Yeah, I would
just
too.
to get her back into reality.
Right. So but when Issa was sitting there at the table waiting for her, she was tearing up a napkin, and the waitress was just like, "Can I get you some alcohol?" After she was trying to explain what the situation was between her and her friend.
Yeah.
She's like, "I don't know if we're still friends. Yeah, I think we are. I don't know." So Molly sat there and they did some chit chat. They went back and forth. It was very awkward.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed that they wasn't telling each other the things that they normally would, like as far as the depth of it, because she was asking Molly how, she said, "Oh, I loved your pictures on social media. And how was your vacation?" Talking about Molly and her boyfriend.
Yeah, it was not addressing those issues like the block party and all that,
Right. Well,
They
Molly was telling her that, yeah, everything was great, but it wasn't great.
nah,
She, that lets me see again,
phony.
yeah, that she's phony and she's pulling away from it,
Yeah.
So, but they tried, and when they got ready to leave, Issa threw out another olive branch. She was like, "I love you, girl." Molly fed it back, but they just didn't get to the meat of the situation,
Right.
which is what happened, like you said, at the block party.
Mm-hmm.
When Molly went off on Issa, and Issa was going back at her, and that was embarrassing.
Yes.
So Issa went about her way, and she was going over to Nathan's to help him, and she let Molly know that, by the way, I'm going to be helping him, because she figured they might see each other over at the place he was moving from, because remember, he was roommates with Molly's boyfriend.
Right.
So Molly went over there to the boyfriend's home, and here's something that I saw. I caught this. I hope it's nothing, because Molly told the therapist that she really wants to make this work. And, as if Issa was going to get in the way between her and her boyfriend working, you know. And her boyfriend was talking to someone on the phone, remember?
Right.
And he said something like, he said two things, but the last thing he said, "Okay, I'll talk to you later, or I'll catch you later." And he got off the phone real quick. And I was wondering, like, was that his brother or was that another woman?
Mm.
I don't know. But that kind of caught my attention. And then she came in and she was talking with him. And don't you like how what did you think about him trying to, talk it through with her to help her with her friend?
He seems to have a good head about him, about the situation and how you should handle things, but she's not hearing it.
Not at all.
She's not hearing it, and plus, it's a lot of control in Molly when it comes to their relationship, because she went and got the food, and so basically he was asking her, why didn't she get the food from the place they got the food before?
Yep, the Indian place. I thought
and
Indian.
He said that they didn't fix the food right for her. So she took control and bought from another place. It's the way that she talks to him. That I don't know. I'm like thinking that how much is this guy going to take from her? Because I don't see a good future with them.
Yeah. Molly better get it together instead of thinking about Issa or somebody else messing up their relationship. She need to look at her.
Yeah, I don't think she recognized how she acts. And she, because she's a lawyer, doesn't mean that you talk down to everybody.
Right.
Including your boyfriend.
Yep. And being an attorney, she is a type A personality.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I don't even think that she knows she's doing it.
And the thing, another thing is she doesn't want to deal with his brother. That's his brother, his family, based on one little incident. So she can't let things go.
That's it. You're right on
She
point.
can't. She can't.
You're right on point. And I can understand her not wanting to be around him, but her boyfriend said it. He said, so, I mean, you just don't ever want to see him again? You know,
Right.
that's my family.
Exactly.
That's my brother,
Exactly.
you know.
So I
And
don't know how long, how much time, or how much he can tolerate
right. And did you hear
from
what she
her.
said? You know, I don't know why you would even want me to do something that makes me feel uncomfortable. I'm like, and they were about to get into it. You know,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
little bit more into Nathan and Issa walked in.
Just in time.
Yeah, right.
Hmm.
So I was like, where's this going? Because his brother is a jackass, that's for sure. But
Yeah, but you find ways that you can deal with these people, because you don't have to be around them all the time.
right,
But
right.
you can tolerate them for, that block of time, and then you keep it moving.
Right, because clearly his brother is going to tolerate her because he's coming over,
Yeah.
you know? So that's just that. So yeah, you're right. She's definitely got a problem letting things go or knowing how to deal with things, you know? So
Yeah, and I don't think the therapist can help her, because she's like, she needs a lot more, maybe a couple of more years of sessions with her to get herself together.
Molly is so headstrong, she may not listen to the therapist.
She's not. She's lying to the therapist too.
Mm, mm. So, you know, it might take her losing this relationship to understand I got to get myself together.
Yeah, yeah.
So after that, we go to Issa, and she was coming out of a bicycle store with her assistant, and that assistant cracks me up. I mean, she's always got something to say. They were talking about, I think Issa was saying, oh, I got to learn how to ride a bike. And then she was like, oh, no, I don't. These don't go anywhere, the stationary bikes. And her assistant started talking about, oh, yeah, no, because you know what? A long time ago, I broke my pubic bone on a bicycle. And it's like, really?
Yeah, wow.
Do we have to go there? She's all, and then she bust out her pocketbook with some waffles.
Mm-hmm. Inside of hand warmers in her purse.
Yeah, she had them in a Ziploc baggie, and Issa was like, did you just come out of your purse with it? She's like, yeah, you want some? Issa's like, no. Then she's like, no, I kind of do. They look good. And she's like, how you keep them warm? Oh, hand warmers. That girl is eccentric. That girl is something else.
I like her.
Yeah. I was like, because she makes you laugh, and it's like she just comes out the blue, with things. It's like, I guess necessity is the mother of invention, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
so she had me cracking up. And then Issa got in her car and she started talking with Lawrence. I forgot who called who. But
Oh, she called him
okay.
Rice-A-Roni.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah,
San
yeah,
Francisco treat.
and he said, I'm a hamburger helper type of guy. And she was like, you know.
Yeah.
But something about that call caught my attention. Now,
Mm-hmm.
did you hear how she asked him how the interview go? And he said, it went quite well, actually. It went very well. And then they sort of moved on. She's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. And I said, oh my goodness, I wonder if Lawrence got that job and isn't saying anything yet.
I don't think so.
Oh no, we'll see. We shall see, because that would just be tragic right now. I'm like, oh my goodness, they doing so well. and they're about to talk about them and their future, and here we go.
Right.
So let me see. Issa was on her way to Nathan's, and you could tell she felt very uncomfortable, and she was wondering about Nathan because, Nathan just fell off the face of the planet,
Yeah.
So, yeah, Issa ended up separating herself from Nathan, and because he was getting kind of too close to her, and she tried to play the friend card with him.
Yeah.
She kept, being like, "What's up, my brother? Yeah, all that stuff." And like, that didn't deter him, though.
Awkward.
Yeah. So he started coming on to her, and
Yeah.
he started looking all seductive in the door, and then he said, Nathan, I think I need to tell you something. I'm back with my old boyfriend. Just need you to know that.
That changed everything.
Didn't it?
His whole demeanor just changed up.
Yes, it did. So Nathan started downing Lawrence. He was like, it's that same, guy. Oh, I thought you would have been done with that.
Yeah.
He started saying some negative things, and so finally, Issa came back at him and was like, "Oh, okay, well, at least he's not somebody that disappears, and all of that."
And then he came out with the reason he was bipolar, but he didn't know until he went back home and he found out.
Right. That's the reason he ended up disappearing. And he
yes.
explained that to her very well. He was very sincere.
Yes.
And said that he still wanted people like her in his life. And sort of just kind of like, okay. And she felt a little bad about it, but at least she understood what went down and why.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So now notice, he had some issues, he didn't understand, and Lawrence did too earlier. Like, so mental note, therapy is good for you.
Oh, definitely.
So let's see. We talked about how when I think we brought it up a little bit, how now they ended up being at the house, and Molly was showing her controlling personality with the takeout food.
Oh, yeah.
She was talking about, right?
Yes.
And then
that's not right. Like she, her boyfriend expected to get the food from the place that they got food from before. And she said, no, they didn't do the food right. So I went to such and such place. And
right. So that was during this section, but they was eating it during this section, and then, they was laughing and they was talking, because at first Issa was like, "Oh no, we don't have to stay. No, I'm not hungry. We just ate." And Nathan was looking at her like, "Say what?" And then she finally like, "No, we all hungry." He was like, "Yeah, I don't know what she talking about. Yeah, we starving." So they ate, they started talking, playing games, they was laughing. It looked like everything was going pretty well. Molly seemed sincere, but then, before this happened, she, I think Issa wanted to play that game, or the drinking game, and Molly sort of looked funny, and her boyfriend was like, he was willing. And then she was like, okay. And then she sent who she thought she was sending her boyfriend the text, and ended up sending it to Issa.
Yeah.
That was messed up. Talking about, what did it say? Saying is like,
I'm trying to the effect is, this isn't going well.
Yeah, it's like, I'm trying to work it out with her. See, look how I'm doing, or I'm in other words, like, oh, pat me on the back, I'm doing so well.
Right.
And even though
And
I
it went to Issa phone instead.
yeah.
And
And so
Issa just got up and took off.
yeah, she texted her back and let her know that I don't think this was meant for me.
Yeah.
And oh, that wasn't meant
She
for you.
chased her outside.
Clearly.
Yeah. And basically she was saying that she didn't think that they would be able to have a relationship
Molly,
anymore.
you mean Molly?
I'm talking about, she's talking to Issa.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And we're just not the same people. Blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah.
Doesn't that sound like a breakup? Like
Yeah.
somebody telling somebody else, we've grown
But
apart.
but the thing is, she wasn't being truthful,
No.
because she really, in reality, is the reason why we can't be friends anymore is that you are a different person than you were before. You don't need me like you used to need me,
And I can't
because
deal
you
with
have
it.
this confidence about you now, and your life is pretty much coming together, and I don't feel like I want to be your friend anymore because you don't need me.
Right. And I can't deal with it because
Right.
she was having these same issues with all the other people that the therapist discussed with her that, did the wrong thing or let her down. But it's like, and Issa was always there to talk with her about it. Now it's like, oh, I can't deal with you. You're different, and all of this. And so.
No, because you got your life together. We can't be friends.
Yeah, that's the way that's the bottom line.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't like that episode. Left me in such a funk.
Yeah. He said, and she told us, she said basically, maybe who we are now just doesn't fit anymore.
Yeah, it's because Molly can't be Miss Superior. She can't be,
But she has these problems, and now she's putting them all on Issa because Issa is getting her life together.
Yeah,
Yeah. And Issa was just like, she paused for a long while, and she said, okay. You could tell she was sad.
Yeah,
she was choked up. And then Molly's like, okay, like, really? You're not going to beg me to be your friend? It's like, you're not going to,
No.
No.
She's in this part of her life where she doesn't really need Molly's friendship.
Right. And then Molly was like, okay. Like, okay, well, that's it. And they parted ways. And, Issa went on her way, and Molly turned around and walked back in the house. And that was sort of, that left me dry too. I was just like, wow. So you mean to tell me you all are just going to call it quits just like that? So, yeah, quite interesting. I can't wait to see the next episode, which is the final episode of season 4.
Aww.
Boo-hoo, I know.
I wish it could keep on going, and I just hope there's a season 5.
5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
You know how HBO do though. When something's going good,
right,
they end it.
I just wish they would do more. Yeah, they want to end it on a good note, on a high note. I just hope that they would do more than 10 episodes. I know they're not going to do it, but it would be great to have 12 episodes.
Yeah.
Something like that. But anyway, I'm just glad that they came back with the 4th episode. The 4th season, because that we didn't know when that was going to happen. They were late on that.
Well, I have a prediction.
Okay, what is it?
And I have this really strong feeling that Molly's going to lose her boyfriend because of her behavior.
Yeah, I think that I know that he got that call, and so I'm not sure who that was. And then I know that he is always taking the back seat. He's taking low when she goes in full gear, full
Yeah,
throttle.
yeah.
When she goes in full throttle, he wants to keep everything, copacetic, and so he kind of backs up.
But I wonder how long he's gonna
Exactly.
be able to do that, because
Exactly. How long can he do? How long will he want to do it? How long can he?
yeah.
And then the issue that you brought up with his brother,
Yes.
and like
Family's
I said,
important. And
even though they're jackasses, families
yeah.
are important.
Mhm.
And so I like the way he stood up to his brother, but
Right.
she should have been okay with that. Thank you, baby.
Yeah.
Thank you for standing
He
up.
was over the top at that vacation, though.
Yeah.
I understand feelings, but she just overdid it and was quite ignorant about it.
Right. So I think that even if they don't break up, I think it's a possibility that they're gonna go on hiatus for a moment.
Yeah, I think it's gonna come to that, because she's out of control to me.
Right. And you know what could happen? Now his brother, I think his name was Victor, is coming over, and they still have to discuss that, So
yes.
he might come over, and then she get into it with him, and then it's gonna be like, you know what? It's a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wrap, because I can't deal with you, and I can't deal, and even though your family could be wrong, here's the deal. Your family, most of the time, is always there for you, and this person can come and go, but your family is going to be there for you.
That's right.
And I mean, that's the reason it's like walking on eggshells when you get around somebody who's a jackass.
Right.
And the person you love's family, their family. So you just have to, just bite your tongue, and just go along with it, because it's only going to be maybe a half a day.
Right.
And then you go on about your business, and then your loved one will say, you know what, I'm so proud of you. I know that he was acting a nut. He was acting a fool, and you dealt with it, and I love you for that.
Right.
And that's done.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Any more predictions, Finn? I
don't want it to end.
I think that Lawrence got that job offer.
He was smiling, so I think it went really well.
Right.
And maybe in the next episode he's going to tell her about it.
Right. And then also another thing that I was thinking about, I'm not so sure about it anymore. I really wasn't sure then, but I don't know if Lawrence ever talked. See, I don't know how many days went past between the last episode and this episode. So as far as him talking to Condola, it just makes me wonder if she might have been with child.
Well, that's what people have been thinking, but I think not.
Well, we'll see. Hopefully. Because that would throw a monkey wrench into this whole thing. And you know how life is. So we shall see. Well, I enjoyed talking about Lowkey Trying, season 4, episode 9.
I enjoyed talking about it too.
I always enjoy talking with you about the shows that we watch.
Yeah, we have fun.
Well, all right. Thank you for everyone being a part of this discussion. We've had such an enjoyable time sharing with you. Finn, do you have anything to say before we take off?
Just come back and meet with us next week for another recap on Insecure.
All righty. Don't forget to like, share it out, and what else, Finn?
And don't forget to subscribe.
All right now. Bye, everyone.